Peace and blessings, and welcome to just a little bit of a live of healing through loss, healing from loss to love. It's all about love, the ZOLA Experience podcast. So I'm going to do something a little special today. I'm a little bit tired, so please bear with me. It's been a real kind of an arduous last few days. We were en route to visit my mom, who I gave you all a little preview of. She's 92 years old and she has advanced Alzheimer's, and she's in a facility. And so I went to see her along with my son and his wife and 3 children. My sister, Regina, met us there, and my brother, Guy, also met us at the facility to visit Mom. It was really an emotional time for me because I hadn't seen her since last year. But she looks good, she looks well. The importance of family and maintaining that family legacy for history's sake is very, very important. The children were really excited about going to see and meet their great-grandmother for the first time, and that was an important thing for them. And I was going to see my siblings for the first time in quite a while. I'd seen my brother last year, as you all know, but I had not physically seen my sister since 2019, which was when I brought Mom to the facility, and it was, as you know, the very beginnings of COVID. As a matter of fact, the day that I got back from California was the day they shut down all of the airports. So you know what an intense time that was. So only thing that I can say is we did things that I knew were going to make my mom feel good. Whether she was cognizant of it or not, that wasn't the important piece, obviously. So one of her favorite things was Payday candy bars, as some of you may know. And I made a point to bring those little miniature bars of Payday candy bars, just enough of a remembrance from my mom, not knowing if she would really respond to it or not. But let me tell you, we gave her one of those little candy bars, put it to her lips. She tasted it with her tongue for a couple of bites, and then she remembered what it was. And that was magic. She smiled, she closed her eyes, and she chewed it up, and she remembered. And the thing that my mother would always say, "That's my favorite candy bar." So it's those little things. I know that as caretakers, this life is sometimes very, very hard for us. This life of caring for our elder parent or for a person in our family that has some special needs and abilities, it can be a hard task. So sometimes it's what we call one of those thankless jobs. Like my mother, I know that she remembered the love because she responded to it in the room. She wasn't able to articulate in any linear way that who I was or who was in the room. She was, saying things that she understood, but we didn't understand. But all of that is okay. So for you caretakers, do those things that you know that the person may or may not remember, but you know that they loved them, they liked them, they perhaps have a remembrance of them. And it's amazing that sometimes those remembrances are pulled from the very back of their head, and they come forward into their frontal lobe, and they remember. And they may not remember to the point where my mother would say, "That's my favorite candy bar," but I knew it. Just by the smile on her face, just by her expression. She didn't have to say anything because I knew. And the children were very tender with her. Rara, the oldest one, she's 9. it really impacted her a lot. She was able to feel comfortable with my mom. We had prepared her to, and all of the children, that she may or may not know who you are. She may or may not remember you. So that's how we can prepare our children. We can prepare ourselves and know that at some point in time, it really isn't about us. It's about the person. So do things for you that make you feel good, that make you feel connected to the person that you're caring for. I know for my mom, I try very, very hard to write her a letter every week. And I dress it up with all the butterflies and the things that make it pretty and to make it special. And I'm really grateful to my sister that she is keeping my correspondence to Mom in a notebook. And I'm sure that I will enjoy those rereading whatever it was that I wrote all of these years. When the time comes, that it will help me to remember. And as I say, memories of our loved ones, or memories of what we call your lost love object, they're like love notes from your heart. And sometimes if your lost love object was, let's say, what you initially perceived as a very challenging time, just think about how you've grown and what that challenging time gave you. And it'll make the world of difference to you, and it'll make your heart feel good because you've grown from that experience. And that's why I say memories are like love notes from our hearts, because it validates our journey. It gives us a time and a space for us to feel good and to know that we're changing, and change is good. So as I say in my book, the ZOLA Experience, a journey of recovery from loss. Change is one of those things. We can either walk into the change, kicking and screaming, thinking that we have some control of that, or we can submit to it and embrace the change. It really is your choice. It's really up to you. So that's my message for today. I also want you to know that we're doing a number of wonderful activities with the ZOLA Experience, teaching people and exposing people to the ZOLA method, which is a 7-session wellness experience to help you process the myriad of losses that we experience, traumas and grief, so that we can begin to love each other, respect each other, know each other. And this day and time, we need the ZOLA Experience and the ZOLA method more than ever, because we're in very, very divisive kind of atmosphere. But I know that things are changing. Things are happening. People are truly, truly coming together. So out of what someone may have meant for darkness, it just takes one match to give us the light, to light us the way to righteousness, to light us the way to love and caring and all of those things. So go to the website, www.thezolaexperience.org. There you will be able to subscribe to our website. We will send you updates on different activities. You can also go there for our merchandise. Please support us. You can buy books, the books that I have authored and penned. There are 3. The ZOLA Experience, a journey of recovery from loss. The ZOLA Experience, a journey for life. And I have a chapter in a book called Second Chances. All of those publications you will enjoy, you will learn, and hopefully it'll enlighten you. We do have merchandise. You can get t-shirts, you can get hoodies and things like that, mugs, and just things to support us. People call us every day wanting a complimentary book or to come to an event, and we would like to really be able to support that as much as we can. We have been given grants to be able to do podcasts like this in order to get the word out as to what we are doing, and we're truly, truly grateful. So the last thing that I want to do, as you know, I have these motivation cards, affirmation cards, and I'm going to choose one just out of random and see if it resonates with where we are today. This one says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall never want. Whatever I desire, require, or need is already on my pathway." And that's a quote from one of my favorite writers, Florence Scovel Shinn. "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall never want. Whatever I desire, require, or need is already on my pathway." So all of the things that I require and desire and I need is absolutely right. They usually come to fruition. And sometimes there are things that we desire that we may not need. And that won't come to fruition because if that's not the synchronicity that we are to experience. So thank you for joining me for this brief intervention. We're in sunny California, where my mom is, and I just want to thank my siblings, Regina and Guy, for coming. And I'll be posting some pictures soon of our reunion. And I want to give a special thank you to my son and his wife Jet and the children, just for being on this journey with me, because it would have been much more challenging without them. So I thank you, and as we say at ZOLA, peace and blessings.